Hello, JK DeBomb here, and I am going to be talking about Pocket God Journey to Uranus. So, Pocket God started about a little over a year ago, and it's widely popular due to the fact of its current updates. In fact, it has over 35 updates, and they continue to update Pocket God about every month or so. And so, basically the theme, if you don't know, are these little dudes called pygmies, and basically the game is just trying to kill them in different ways. So this is the sequel, Journey to Uranus, and I'm hoping that, like the original one, they are going to come up with a lot of updates for this, because right now there isn't that much, though I have to say that overall I am really liking this game for the first run, and I assume that they're going to have many updates for this. The major difference in this is two things. One, you're not confined to Earth anymore. You go to different planets, as hinted from the title, and also just the size obviously has increased now that it's on the iPad instead of an iTouch or iPhone. So you can see that the setting for this is very similar to the original one. You can dump them into the water, you can flick them, you can move the sun around. There's not that much else, but one of the major things that I think they're going to try to do with this game is add a lot of mini-games. So for each kind of world, they have a different mini-game. So if you flick one of the pygmies into the fire, you start this mini-game. And basically, it's kind of like paper toss, but for Pocket God, you got to flick the pygmies in the volcano in time before it disappears, and you also got, depending on where the clouds are going, you can tell where the wind direction, so you can see that everything's going left, and so you get points for flicking them in the water, getting hit by lava, and since I got enough into the volcano, I move on to level 2. Okay, and just for scoring purposes, the major thing you want to hit is that ship. It gives you 100 points compared to 1 point when you flick them in. But if you don't get to flick any of them in the volcano before time runs out and it disappears, then the game is over. So you can play that as many times as you like. Also, another cool thing is that it's kind of, to make the game feel large, like you're in the entire world, you can drag the pygmies on forever. And then once they die, you go back to the original Earth. Now, instead of the original game where if you drop them in the clouds, you would start the kind of doodle jump game, instead you go into space, and this is the main difference. So in space, you got nice little new theme music, and so there are several different mini games here. One of them is if you let go of a pygmy right here, one sec, an alien. And then this starts a mini game in which you try and kill these aliens that are invading, and he basically uses the power of the resurrecting pygmies, and he fires them out of a cannon. And as you can see, the aliens are coming up. The only problem I have with this is it's very sensitive, so it's hard to focus on one. For rapid fire, I suggest just tilting it one direction really far to left or right, and then just tapping as fast as possible to get the most hits, because when you try and keep it steady for one little specific square, it's pretty difficult. And you can also jump by tapping in the middle of the screen. So I just died. So, So now they've seen that mini game. The other mini game, one sec, just go off on a tangent. Notice the similar sidebar as in the original one. You can pause the game, or you can just exit if you're tired of the game. You can also show the menu labels so you know what you're seeing. There's also, if you need help, this pretty much covers everything that you need to know about the game. And also they have OpenFet, where they keep track of your achievements and your high scores, but I'll get into that later. So that's Earth, so if you drop them, they go hurtling down to Earth, or if you click here, you can go to Uranus. Now, the only other thing I want to mention is that when you're dragging them, you use one finger. But if you use two fingers, you don't have to follow them, and you can explore the Pocket God galaxy. Even though right now there's not much. You got the sun, you've got the alien, and Earth and Uranus. So when you drop one of the pygmies down there, you let go of them on a planet, they go hurtling towards the atmosphere, which I think is pretty cool. And so this level, Uranus is similar. You can flick them, you can drop them. There's not really anything else at the moment. I assume that they're going to probably do some stuff with the statue and the flower. But right now, the only other thing is this minigame. So you click on, you put the pygmy on top of the dragon, and this initiates this other minigame. The term escapes me. So basically, the plot of this one is you're on a dragon, and it's the last remaining green dragon who are peaceful, and you have to destroy the pink dragon because they're evil, and they basically wiped out all the green dragons. So to fly, you tap the right or left one repeatedly pretty quickly, and that one just died by itself, which is pretty funny. So there's two ways to destroy them. One, you can stab them with your javelin, but that's probably not the smartest move because they usually have the upper hand on that. Or you can try jumping on top of them with your butt, is what they say in the game, and then that will also kill them. So then you get a hit. If you try and catch those eggs, those are bonus points. You tilt by moving, use the tilt to move left and right. And then you got to watch out for these worms because they will pull you in and kill you. So I think personally that this is the most fun game. It's something new, it's unique, and there are lots of levels. So unlike the old Pocket God games, mini games where it just kind of go on forever, there are set levels, and I think it's a major improvement, and I'm looking forward to all the fun things that Pocket God has to offer. So if you like this video, please comment, and thank you for watching. And I'll probably be doing some more videos soon. Bye. One other thing that I want to also add is that this game, unlike the original one where it was $1, it's a little bit more expensive. It's $5. So some people may not be willing to spend all that money, but I am a huge Pocket God fan, so I thought it was worth the $5, and I'm sure that if they have a lot more updates, it will definitely be worth the $5. So for now, it might seem a little expensive because you're only getting a couple of mini games, and there's not that much on the worlds, and there's not many worlds. But I think that over time, they will get a lot more updates, and it will definitely be worth the $5. So, Jacob Bomb, signing off. Click.